Hey, family. I don't know what happened, but we are back with our 10-day total transformation. Live rich now. I'm so excited that you are here with us, persevering through the glitches and the hiccups, here with us for your transformation. And I was saying that we oftentimes get agitated and triggered. And just before I got on the live, I got a call from work that really did something to me for a second. And then I just had to sigh. And then the interference with the streaming has happened. So now I'm taking another sigh. And I think that this is right on time. Now, if I was at church, we would be saying, oh, the devil is a liar and he done got in the computer system. But you know what? This is a perfect opportunity for me to practice what I have been teaching. So, we were talking about the self awareness, setting intentions, steps, and savoring that we've already been exploring in our 10-day transformation. And today we are going to be covering sighing. Yes, that. You don't have to go to the store to purchase a sigh. You don't have to look on the bookshelf to grab a sigh. You don't have to do anything but tap into the natural wiring of your system to be able to regulate your nervous system in a way that allows you to experience freedom from anxiety and irritability and triggeration, always getting triggered by something. So, Job 33:4. For the Spirit of God has made me, and the breath of the Almighty gives me life. There is a popular expression among Gen Zers. I don't know if it's popular anymore. I might be late with the times, but there was a popular expression. This is giving me life. And usually when we're talking about that, we're talking about, oh, those earrings that you got on, they giving me life. Oh, honey, that outfit is giving me life. Oh my goodness, this food I just ate, it was so good. It was giving me life. And now we done took off the life part and we just say, oh, she giving. Oh, it's giving. Oh, it's giving. But the issue that I have is that we begin to think that we need so many things for life. What we really need, though, is the breath of the Almighty that gives us life. In seasons of testing and stressing, our trials are not trivial and our tears are not too much. We go through some things sometimes that threaten to shake us at our very core and transform us into someone that we don't even recognize. And the pressure to pretend that we are at peace, to fix our face and keep it moving, stay strong, prevents us from experiencing real rest. Real rest starts with true trust. Turning our attention away from the tension, turmoil, and terror in our hearts and our real everyday lives towards the breath is the quickest, easiest, and cheapest way to transform inner chaos into calm. We are sustained by a breath that we did not breathe into our own lungs. We do not plan out its pathway. We do not strategize about its movements. We simply breathe. We are sustained every day, everywhere, and in all things by the same almighty hands that gave us this breath and also artfully and carefully crafted us out of clay from every pimple and dimple down to the smallest aspect of our DNA. So returning to the breath returns us to the awareness that we are being sustained by someone who is fully capable of holding us in hands that are big enough to carry all of the problems that we face, to hold us in a warm and loving embrace, and take us to the place that has been assigned and destined before the beginning of time. So, I want to teach you a couple of strategies. This is a strategy session. So, before I got on the live, I got a call. I told y'all, right? And the person on the call said, "Oh, we have a complaint about a situation that happened 3 weeks ago." Now, I have spoken to the person who was complaining since 3 weeks, addressed the issue, and here it is coming up again. Now, my problem with this is that my actions were coming from a genuine place of care and concern to take care of the patients who are entrusted into my care. But frequently, I am faced with complaints and criticisms and critiques on what steps I took with my expertise as a physician and my compassion as a human being who wants to help. But I'm faced with unappreciative, ungrateful, controlling, manipulative responses. And so it's a trigger for me. It is a trigger for me. So when I got this news from the nurse, the first thing that I wanted to do was go on a rampage. But instead, I said, let me reach into my box of fret not. Now, when I was young, I used to go to my grandma's house and there was this little drawer and it had all her little whatnots in it. And there was tape and there was scissors and there was string and there was thread and there was anytime I was in a situation where I needed something, I would just pull out the drawer of her little whatnots. But I have had to create a little drawer of fret knots so that anytime I'm facing a situation where I don't quite have the capacity to act in a way that's consistent with the character that I want to create in the world, I go into my little box, my little drawer of fret knots, and I pick out something that's going to help bring me back into the presence of the Almighty, that's going to bring me back into the presence of the person that I want to be, and regulate my nervous system in such a way that I experience clarity, calm, and coherence. So, the first thing that I want to teach you is called light, slow, and low breathing. Now, oftentimes you're told, oh, take some deep breaths, take some deep breaths. Oh, take some deep breaths. Well, deep breathing may be helpful, but I've learned that deep breathing is not necessarily optimal because deep breathing does not necessarily do the same things that light, slow, and low breathing through your nose does. Light, slow, and low breathing through your nose signals safety to your nervous system. It can release muscle tension. It can enhance your immune system. And why is this? Because it improves oxygen delivery to cells, which increases energy more than deep breathing does. And it also increases nitric oxide, which is super important in your drive to breathe. So, light, slow, and low breathing. You're going to take just a little sniff slowly. You're going to hold and then breathe out through your nose. So you're going to sniff very lightly. Don't, just as gentle as a sniff as you can. Sniff, hold it, and let it out slowly. Again, sniff, hold it, let it out slowly through your nose. So we're going to keep our mouth closed and we're going to do it again. Sniff lightly, hold it, and out through your nose. Sniff lightly, hold it, out through your nose. I'm feeling calmer. I hope you are too. And I want you to just begin the practice of trying to breathe through your nose and keep your mouth closed if you can, because that's the optimal way to breathe. And we're going to talk more about that in later sessions. The next one is really a crisis recovery breathing technique. So this is not when you got the phone call, not when you started to feel yourself come up, but your hand is in swing mode. You're already kind of worked up. And so when we cry, we go, that's our body's natural way of um, increasing oxygen to the brain. And our frontal lobe, our logic center, needs oxygen to be able to be activated into rational and calm and thoughtful thinking, so that it does not allow the reactive part of our brain to drive our responses to a crisis. So when we're trying to bring ourselves down out of an explosive moment, we can do something which is called a physiologic sigh. And we call it physiologic because when you cry and you're sobbing, you're already kind of naturally doing it, but you can also think to do this. And here it is. You're going to take 2 sniffs. You're going to hold it for 4 seconds and slowly breathe out for 6 seconds. Now, some people who teach the physiologic sigh recommend that you breathe out through your mouth. But because I am a proponent of the nasal breathing, I am going to recommend that we breathe out through our nose. And I'm going to demonstrate it. And here it is. Sniff, sniff, hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Watch me. Okay, return to your regular breathing. And let's try that again. And sniff, sniff. Last time, sniff, sniff. You feel calmer? Do you feel lighter? Do you feel more energized? I hope you do. Now here is the secret to these breathing strategies. We do not want to wait until we need something out the fret knot drawer to put it in the drawer. So, in order for us to have something in the fret knot drawer to take out in a time of need, we have to practice these strategies every day. And it doesn't take much. You can practice the physiologic sigh, the light, slow, and low breathing, driving down the street. You can do it when you wake up in the morning. You can do it before you brush your teeth. You can do it while you're putting on your socks. You can do it before you walk into work. Oh, Heavenly Father, before I walk into work. Yes. So I want to encourage you to begin practicing one of these strategies daily and watch how light and energetic you feel. Until tomorrow, thank you for joining us. We persevered through the challenges and we are at the end, but I can't wait to see you tomorrow because we got our master educator coming back and we're going to have some real juicy strategies for you. Okay, be well.